Many middle-class families have convinced themselves that filling out the free application for federal student aid, also known as FAFSA, isn't worth the effort because they have heard that only students from families earning less than about $50,000 get federal grants. To apply for federal student aid, such as federal grants, work study, and loans, you do need to complete the FAFSA. Completing and submitting the FAFSA is free and easier than ever, and it gives you access to the largest source of financial aid to pay for college or technical college. Everyone who files the FAFSA is eligible for something. If you don't file, you may be giving up the opportunity for the following: all state and federal grants. Grants are free money that does not need to be repaid. The second type of money is borrowed money, which are loans. To be considered for a federal student loan, the FAFSA must be filled out. The third type of money that you would be considered for is work study. This is where you have a job on campus and show up to work and earn a paycheck to help support your finances while you're in school. The official FAFSA form will be first made available on October 1st. Since funds are distributed on a first-come, first-served basis, even those families who don't anticipate receiving aid are encouraged to complete the forms as early as possible. The FAFSA remains open until the end of June. However, it is important that you check with your respective colleges, as there are a lot of priority deadlines that you must be made aware of. The sooner you file, the earlier you can find out what aid you qualify for, and you'll have a better chance to qualify for non-federal financial aid programs. Sometimes senior students apply for financial aid before they've even submitted their college applications. You are allowed up to 10 schools that you can list on a FAFSA application form. I want to take a moment to just show you what the FAFSA application site looks like. You have to be careful because there are a lot of scam sites set up that will charge you to apply for the FAFSA. This is a free process, so you should never ever be asked to pay to file a FAFSA application form. Be sure that you come to the appropriate right site. Completing the FAFSA actually will only take you about 30 minutes. What might take longer is gathering up the information you need to fill it out. Things that you can gather to prepare yourself for this is your social security number, an alien registration number if you have one, any cash savings and checking account information, your cell phone, driver's license ID, 2020 federal tax return and W-2s, and 2020 tax records. You'll also probably need to know date of birth of your parents, as well as month and year of your parents' marriage, divorce, or separation. Speaking of parents, dependent students are required to report parent information on the FAFSA. Many of you as seniors in high school will be considered dependent students and will need to report parent information. One common question is, are your parents married to each other? If yes, then you're going to report information for both parents on your FAFSA. If the answer is no, the next question is, do your parents live together? If yes, that they live together, then you will report information for both parents on the FAFSA, even if they were never married, are divorced, or are separated. If they do not live together, then the question becomes, did you live with one parent more than the other over the past 12 months? If the answer is yes to that, then you will be reporting information on the FAFSA for the parent you lived with more. Also, if this parent remarried, you will need to report information for your step parent on the FAFSA as well. If the answer is no to that, then you're going to report information on the FAFSA for the parent who provided more financial support over the past 12 months or in the last year that you received support. Also, if this parent remarried, you will need to report information for your step parent on the FAFSA as well. The following people are not your parents unless they have legally adopted you. These go for widowed step-parents, grandparents, foster parents, legal guardians, older brothers or sisters, or aunts or uncles. If listening to all of this is overwhelming you, please don't worry. There is help on the way. An event called College Goal Wisconsin. This is a free program that exists to help families complete the FAFSA. They hold 47 events across the state, and by participating, a student is entered into a drawing to potentially win a scholarship. They have taken statistics on this, and 97% of families feel that it was worth attending because they got the help they needed to finish the FAFSA application. One of the closer events that will be taking place near us is going to be held on Tuesday, October 12th at 6 p.m. at UW Green Bay's Manitowoc campus. This will be an in-person event, and you can register at the website you see here. I will also have the College Goal registration link attached to this lesson after this video. If you cannot make the October 12th date, there are also some virtual FAFSA completion event dates that will be coming up. You will see these dates on the slide here. You also would register in the same manner if you plan to attend a virtual event. The materials you will need while attending this event are listed here. Much like what I've shared in the earlier slides are what you will need to bring or anticipate in order to successfully complete the FAFSA application. The first step that you would want to do before starting on the FAFSA application is to create an FSA ID. You will do this by visiting studentaid.gov. Every student and at least one of your parents are going to need an FSA ID. This FSA ID will remain with you all 2 years or all 4 years that you attend college. This will be used as your electronic signature to submit the FAFSA document. I will have linked the FSA ID site along with a tutorial that you can view if you need further assistance. This concludes the financial aid process video. take you through